recording. Okay, so just to recap, this is Beast Mode Squad, right? I'm Wesley Hunter. I am the top of Easy Money Squad, which is my team, which is under $1 Million Mindset. Beast Mode Squad is open to everybody that is within the I Am Increase family. And what we do here is try to teach you guys what it takes to really make it in this business. I'm one of the few persons that's actually given the title as a master builder. And in saying that, it was that I was able to bring in 800 people in 3 months. Part of my story, for those that don't know, it was the fact that I just did 30 years in prison. I did not have a large network of friends or family, and phone numbers for me were still stuck in a little brown book. But I didn't let that stand in my way. What I saw was the opportunity based on the compensation plan. And so I did what I could to make that my reality. My mindset was pretty simple. If people are making $100,000 a month doing anything, then it was on me to learn how to do it and make it happen. So in saying that, I was able to achieve 804 people in 3 months, and I'm going to show you how. This is what we do here with Beast Mode Squad. Is not so much about talking. I know we talk about the mindset a lot. Right now, this is an action-based group, and I promise you, if you use the techniques that I'm about to show you, you will find your journey to be a lot simpler. If there's one struggle that I've noticed in recent times, it's the use of the Zoom call. For me, when I first joined, I did not use the Zoom call much. And the reason why is because, number one, it took too much time. See, time was really important to me because my goal was trying to find 250 people a week. And literally, if I only got 210 that week, I wrote down, that the next week I had to bring 290. I set my goals high and I pushed myself to it. In that, sometimes I fell asleep with the phone in my hand. I didn't care. I wake up in the middle of the night. Man, if I'm on the way to the restroom, I stop and send out a couple other messages. I'm going to show you how I did it, where I did it, right? Because I'm telling you, it's not as hard as people seem to think. I do want to say that I think that in some ways, what we are experiencing here in this market space is we have old ways conventional thinking and trying to share a new product. What do I mean by that? And I've had several conversations along this regard, right? Those who come from product-based companies have a different approach, a different mindset. You have what you call your warm market, your hot market. That's when you get your grandma's sister's cousin who thinks you're the sweetest child that's ever born. She'll buy a box of soap that she's never going to use because she wants to support your business, right? So we always say, approach your warm market first. I am very outspoken. I say, I do not think that's the way with Forex. It is not the way with Forex. And why is that? Because the truth is, your grandma's sister's cousin, number one, is probably not going to be plugged in to the groups. She's not going to probably be going into her back office. And yet she's going to have this little bill that she's going to be building. And then you're trying to help her out because you want to help Granny out, right? So wrong, wrong, wrong. Wrong people, wrong approach, right? And now what you're doing is building for yourself and now trying to build from someone else. I didn't take that approach. Because I didn't know anything about Bitcoin, I didn't know anything about Forex. All I knew was the compensation plan. I went crazy with it for several reasons. One was the fact that I am currently still on, I still have a PO, I still have to report to the courts. I have to have a weekly paycheck. I am not allowed to make 6,000 this week and 2,000 next week and only 1,000 the following week and 30,000 the following week and think my life is okay, right? So the investment side didn't energize me as much or excite me as much. The money's great over there. Many people say, hey, Wesley, you're wasting your time. Look at all this money we're making over here. And it was, for me, I felt that was like the drug dealer mindset I had when I was in the streets. Yeah, you go ahead and get the fast money. Do your stuff. I'm not mad at you. I have a report I have to do. I have bills I have to pay. I'm taking care of my family. I need a weekly paycheck because I never want to work again. So my approach was different based on what my situation was. Who you are will determine what you do. For those who have been struggling with the network marketing side, I am here to show you what I did and how I did it. Now, so we won't go into a whole lot of conversation about that, but I will say I would encourage you to get out of the mindset of sending people Zoom call links. I mean, send Zoom calls, sending people to Zoom calls. Get out of the notion of, always want to send somebody some recording. But I want to know everything, Wesley. I want to make sure they know everything. I don't want nobody to feel tricked. Stop it. Just get out of your own way. You cannot say the right thing to the wrong person. You can't say the wrong thing to the right person. When you got the right one, right? So that's who you want to be talking to. You do not want to just be creating a downline, right? The magic in this industry, bar none, not even close, is your three-way call. That is your magic. It's your three-way call, okay? Who wants to sit on a Zoom with, you got two guests. Oh, I got two guests. They tuning in tonight. Oh my God. You got two guests. You sit there for an hour on a Zoom call. Then you call them back afterwards and you say, hey, so what you thinking? Yeah, girl, it was cool, but it's not for me. You just wasted an hour of your life, right? To sit there and listen to a Zoom call presentation based on something you already know. Why do it to yourself? Think about how many more people you're going to talk to in that hour. Beast mode. That's what we're talking about, beast mode. So I'm going to show you what I did and how I did it. And then we'll talk about, if you're going to use a Zoom call, how to do it, what to say to invite somebody to a call. But first, you got to know where to find people. Now, I will be the first to admit, there are many social media platforms that allow you different options. And Wesley doesn't know a lot of them. I still have my limits. I'm still having to learn. The only thing I had available to me at this time, the only platform I was familiar with and learning was Telegram. But see, one thing about Telegram, they had several groups on there, large groups. And all I needed was one go-getter from a group to help them to understand the value of what I was doing, to show them. Because see, I'd rather do an hour with a presentation for a person who's a leader of a group, who understands the power of unity and who really wants to try and build a residual income, than to be on one call with somebody who either one, is not really interested, or two, all I want to do is trade. Okay, now that person, I might have sent them to some information, sent them to Zoom. I was trying to build a residual income. Me trying to convince somebody that I had the best trading platform was just not what I was interested in. I was looking for real builders and people that had teams. So that's what I want to be my focus. I'm going to show you how I found those people. Now, if you're looking for people who you want to sell the product to, right? Then yeah, you can go to crypto classes. You can go to all these Bitcoin investment groups. There's plenty of groups of people that have that thinking. That wasn't my approach. I'm going to show you what my approach was. And so I will also say, I mean, there's a very big value in the education side. And those of you who really want to nail the education side, that's who you are, plug in. Plug in. I mean, look at the value versus the cost. Plug in, learn this skill set. I promise you, your life will change. But having said that, here is one of the techniques that I use to actually go find large groups. All right. So I'm going to do a screen share here. Bear with me. I'm a little technology challenged, and I don't want to keep you guys too long. I just want to make 2 or 3 good points real quick. We're going into Telegram. I'm currently in, can't use this account, so I got to go to my backup account. Is this it here? Yeah. Okay. So what do? There's groups such as this, such as link share. You have groups such as drop your link. So let's go in here. What is this? This is a group where everybody goes to promo whatever other group they have, right? So this also, you can join their groups, you can jump in there. It creates a bunch of groups popping up into your downline, which is all interested like this. What is this? What is this? So let's just join it. Nice. No, posting of group ads in the group. So I guess this is going to be another group where you can post stuff in. If that is, I definitely want to be in that. What? Because how better is it to find a group than to go to a place where people are posting their groups? I mean, let me see. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, this is a brand new group. Not a whole lot of interest here, but let's take a look. Let's take a look. Okay. Okay. So, and so I would spend time doing exactly what I'm doing. I mean, I had no problem sitting here doing this. And I would do this sometimes, man, an hour, 2 hours, because it wasn't about just finding people, just tell him, tell her. No, I wanted to find the right people. I wanted to find people that I wanted to work with. And more importantly, that people had other people they could work with, because Wesley didn't know anybody, right? So I needed to find people. And I wasn't trying to get in just any group. I took my time. So let's see, what do we have here? And this could sometimes be the longest time I took. It might take me 30 minutes, an hour just to find the right person to approach. But usually it happens, and honestly, it usually happens within 10, 15 minutes. And usually within 30 minutes or so, I'm getting a couple of calls, which is all I'm trying to do. I want to talk to people about what we're doing. Launch party, not necessarily interested in that one. Let's see. And there are other social media sites I can show you as well that have proven pretty useful. In fact, I found one while doing this last week, took me to a whole other group that's exposed me to other groups. Now, this is me, right? Now, this is what I call just a general, people do this, it's passive, right? But I say, are you a member of a solid team who sticks together? And or are you truly seeking like-minded people who are committed to seeing each other succeed? I am a team leader of a network marketing team and currently have 1,027 members within my group. We are seeking other like-minded go-getters with the same sort of commitment and bond. Please call, text, or inbox info. Hold on. Can you guys mute, please? Because it is being recorded. But now, understand this. Even as I drop this, I don't expect much to come from this. I might have gotten 2 calls from this kind of, this is a very passive way. This is what I see people doing. They'll drop their link. Hey, join me. I got an amazing opportunity. I mean, really, how many times have you jumped on these opportunities, right? It doesn't really happen that way. So even though I do them just because, I mean, you never want to miss an opportunity. That's never my approach. That's never my interest when I join these groups. That is not why I'm here. And when I do these social media trainings and show people, I'll look back and I'll see them doing that. And I'm thinking like, man, this dude is really wasting his time. Like, that's not how it's done. You want to go into these groups. You want to find the right person in the group. So I don't see what this group is about. It's taking me too long to figure it out. This looks like one of them. Okay, we don't want that. That's not what we're looking for. So again, we're taking our time.
Can you hear me, Wes?
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you know I was just late to come into this meeting right now, because I popped on and pulled your live up from earlier that you did, 2 brothers in the barbershop. I'm in the barbershop right now, and the brothers are just listening. They was like, man, that's it. That's all I got to do. So hopefully, just by talking about it everywhere you go, or every time you're out and about around people, just say what you're doing. I mean, he came with opposition. I was like, is you crazy? I mean, I was just real like, so you just gonna doubt it before you even started? You know, he was like, man, maybe I quit doing that doubt stuff. Is you ready for this or what? Yeah, man, what's your number? So I got to send him some stuff after I got the barbershop.
And that's a very important message too, right? Share other people's story until you have your own. I mean, so like what Emmett just explained, I mean, really, you can start a conversation just like, man, look at this, man. Look at this dude on Facebook. Look what he's talking about. You believe this? But now you got him listening to the video. You got him listening to it. You're like, man, that sounds cool, man. What is he doing? You got a conversation starter, right? This is another one of my passive posts where I went back in and I tweaked it a little bit. I'm just reading it to you guys because I think it's passive. Please, I don't want to see you guys doing this. These don't work, right? But I'm showing you guys because if you see it, I want you to understand the difference in what I'm about to show you and what I did. I'm a successful network marketer and team trainer within the Forex education market. I have a team of over 1,035 members and currently earning $2,500 a week. I am looking for new teams to work with on this journey. Let's talk over the phone, or I can even fly down so we can meet up. We're not hustling. We're building lifelong bonds with a vow to stick together through whatever so that our team can never lose. Only true go-getters whom are willing to put in the work to make it happen. If this sounds like you, please hit me up and let's talk, and I'll leave my phone number. Serious inquiries only, please. That's a very passive post. Trust me. It's a bunch of stuff in this post. Now, this was some other stuff. That was a scammer's number. So I threw him out there and figured he'd get some calls. But let me show you how I find a group, because that's the important part here. That's what we really want to look for. And sometimes that can take a minute. So what we have here. Okay. I don't know where that took me. That took me someplace else. Hold up. That was a Facebook post. Okay, we don't want to do Facebook. Sorry about the background, y'all. I got this lawnmower out here. Let me see, man. Really, that's what they're doing? Cash App stuff. I don't want to do with that. What I'm really looking for is one of those gifting communities, a Susu board, where it costs more than say 200 to get on the board. That's what I'm looking for. Why? Because that means it's a group of people who are already used to paying. Okay, now I've actually inboxed her before. So, and she did call me. As a matter of fact, I need to call her back. Matter of fact, I need to call her back. I forgot all about her. She called me and I was busy doing something. So let me see if I can find a different group, man. She's one I need to call back though. So link drop, let's go on the link drop. Link drop's kind of messy, looking like not much going on in here, but there's several groups like this. Several groups where they all posting whatever they're doing. I don't have as many on this page as I like. And I'm in, my other account is limited. I'm in Telegram jail on that one, so I can't get to that one. But let's see here. Trust me, it's worth the time. You say, oh man, I'm not gonna be doing all this. Is what I would do. Literally, I would go to sleep, fall asleep doing this. Because I knew I didn't want to talk to 20, 30,000 people. And I wasn't gonna find all those people that quick. But all I needed was 4 or 5 calls back, 4 or 5 interested teams in the course of a week. And I watched my life begin to change. I watched my ranks begin to explode because I was bringing in teams, you know, and that makes a difference. Even if it's only a team of 5, it's a team of 10. It's, you know, I've had teams of 50 join in. I mean, how much more exciting to be talking to somebody who can possibly bring, you know, 4 and 5 people instead of, you know, calling your grandma or sister's cousin. So that was my approach. So I'm trying, it did take time, but not like this. Lord have mercy, Jesus. Okay. Let me see if I got another group. So this was another one I used to go into because everybody used to post their susus in here. Everybody was jumping in here because we had a susu movement going at the time. And this was one of the spots where everybody dropped their links. So I would use it too. I go right in there and, oh, see, there go my boy OG Biggie. I'd be in his group if I would. I ain't gonna run in his space though. Be inboxing him. What we got? Okay, let's see what this one is. Okay, they have 256 members. So my other account is in there, cash this out. So I'm gonna go in here. Now, they haven't been posting in here for a while. This group is pretty much dead. So doesn't mean I run away from it yet because I want to see who else is posting in here. I want to see if any other groups might be posted because a lot of times when these groups go dead, other groups will come in and use it as a posting ground, right? They'll post their new groups. That's all I'm looking for, to find somebody I can talk to. I can tell about this great opportunity. Lion Bitcoin, we're not messing with that. Man, it's getting harder and harder to find groups. People are hiding now, huh? I need to go on my other page, but I can't use it. See, okay, remember that group I said I already approached her? This is her. So this is kind of what I did. I went into the group, I found her there. Then all I said was this: hey, I have a group that likes to move together and support each other. I've seen the post in your group and wonder if you could give me a call, period. You see, she called me. And I actually didn't have time, so I was on a Zoom call. I texted her back and she said, hey, I'll give you a call back, and I haven't. And then I said, hey, it's now a good time for you. She hasn't responded yet, so I need to follow up with her. But this is all I'm saying. It's really just that simple. I mean, you just want to get on the phone and talk to people about what it is you found. And that's all your goal is, right? But she's an admin of a board. I mean, does that mean she's going to join me? No. But it's a nice word to have a conversation because who knows? She might. And this was my key to success. So I'm trying to find some more active boards. This is a brand new page. I just created this one the other day, you guys. So there's not a lot going on this page, making it a little harder for me. Let me see. Let me see. We already been here, right? Okay, new platform alert. Let's see what's on the new platform. Verify you're not a robot. Okay, this might take me to a different social media site, which is cool too. Mind Rift, building the future. Okay, register. So now, honestly, I would actually take the time to register and go in here, but I'm not going to do that with you guys on just because for time. I'm just trying to show you guys how they do it. But normally, I would actually go ahead and register, like, and expose myself to a brand new network I never heard of before. That's how I was able to find the new Susu that they're actually signing up. They've signed up 9 so far. They have an active Susu group, right? It's been going for 7 months. They have over 400 active members who pray together and support each other. They've signed up 9 so far and supposed to be bringing the rest in, or more of them in today. I mean, it was by following their link into a whole new platform and yet having a conversation with them on their ground. So you don't want to run from it just because it takes you to another social media platform. But I'm just trying to get you guys an easy example here. Lord have mercy, Jesus. Susus ain't promoting like they used to. When are they struggling? Because we used to go ham. We was on them Susu boys. Boy, this thing will be blitzed. Okay, so let's just go into a group. Okay, so 150 to 500. So you can go, a lot of us who've already been a part of groups, we have this. This is a very passive way of doing it, but okay. This group is already existing. They haven't posted since, what's the day? Oh, today's the 11th. Okay, but they're building this group, looks like. So there's not much done here. They had a few ad meets though. So the owner is going to be Robin Townsend. So did they start already? Well, let's see. Let's just talk to Robin. So she's the owner of the group. See, that's the owner. I'm going to give the respect by going to the head. I don't want to talk to a member. I will, depending on who the member is. But in this case, Robin is trying to make it work. She is the owner. Oh, I guess I probably already communicated with her because I already got, yeah. So I already communicated with her. See, I already covered that ground. Okay. And she didn't, she hasn't read the message. So I can resend that. Let me resend that. It don't hurt to resend it. Hey, let her figure it out. Check this out. What we got? I need to add myself to more groups for this page though, so I can get better examples. That's another old group. All right, I'm just gonna go to one of my, see, I can't send a message on my regular page. Somebody done put me in jail. That's one thing about it. They will put you in jail, so you always want to keep backup accounts. But now on this one, I got 1 million accounts. So it's easier for me, right? Just going through, trying to find an active group that's currently posting. You can see what time they posted the last time. So it lets you see what's going on with the group. They're posting right now. The group is active, right? So let's go to influencers. Let's see what's happening here. Okay. Instagram links. I don't know what that is. I don't want to mess with that. I'm looking for gifting circles. All I'm looking for. Let's go here. I don't know what that is either. I ain't messing with that. Let's see. Can't go in there. That's another company. Get cross recruiting. They get reported. And I used to get reported all the time. Okay. I don't care what nobody say. That's part of this industry. If you ain't going after large meat in a different seat, then you tripping. Man, I don't know what. No, I ain't trying to steal nobody. But at the same time, if I got another company and they happen to be struggling, and I hear about it, yeah, I'm definitely doing a welfare check. I can tell you right now, I have a team coming in right now. They're bringing what, I think 16 people in right now from a welfare check. Hey, how's everything going over there? How's your group? Are you guys winning? You know what I mean? Are you looking for something different? And it just so happened they weren't happy where they were. Well, here, let me tell you about what we got going on. So welfare checks do work. People have different opinions about what they do, and power to the people who have their different opinions. I never try to change people's opinions. I just tell you what works for Wesley, right? Because it's not what happens above me, it's what happens beneath me that pays me. So I do welfare checks, and people call me with a welfare check. I don't get offended when they heard about this whole ship. You know what I mean? Calls I got from different companies. Hey man, are you guys okay over there? I'm not gonna get offended by that. I mean, I understand it's a business. The thing is, hey, you're trying to create your downline. What does it look like for me? Because as a team, as a family, we have to understand family first. You want to look for what's the best situation that's going to help your team to win. Now, it just so happens that in this particular case, it was not bad news. We are actually happy about the merger that we had. But what if we weren't? Isn't it nice to have options offered to your team so that you have more to consider? You say, oh, I don't need no options. We'll figure it out on our own. Well, I'm not that guy. Wesley is very coachable, teachable, and Wesley got no problem saying he need help. So if somebody offer me an option, I'm willing to take a look when there's a need to. In our particular case, there's not a need to. So those I reached out to, I told them simply that, okay, this ain't working, man. What the heck? All right. So I'm going to go ahead just for the sake of what, it's not going to let me, okay, let me do this. Lord have mercy. I'm having all kinds of problems. Let me see. I got to add myself in here so I can go back in there from the other group, from the other page. So what group is this? Loyal players. Okay, so now I got to go back over here. See, nothing stops me. I don't care. That's what people do. Man, it's too hard. Man, I don't have a, man, ain't nothing going to stop me. If it takes some time, oh well. Man, look, nothing stops me. And that's the mindset. So here it is. Janiyah. So I'm going to add Janiyah to my contacts, right? Mobile numbers hidden. So she probably not one that's going to want to talk, but I'm going to say something similar. And that's it. Hey, I'm a team leader of a group of over 1,000 members whom all like to move together. Can you please give me a call? You don't have to say much more than that. Remember, this person is trying to promote their group. They need people, right? So that's the kind of stuff that will get their attention. Because look, as Janiyah gets this message, all she's going to see when she scrolls down her newsfeed is, hey, I'm the team leader over a group of over 1,000. Is that a message she's going to open? Of course. Because she's looking for people to support her platform. So when I talk to her, and I like to do this because a lot of times what happens is I'll get a phone call. They'll usually call back while we're still doing the Zoom. And you guys get to see what I say and how I say it. The main thing is you want to have a conversation. You can't have a conversation by yourself. And just because you think somebody's interested doesn't mean they will be. And even the ones you think that might not be interested turn out to be the ones that light your whole downline up. I can tell you when I came in under Miss Carrie Amy, I had no interest in it. And I told her, I'm not doing this. Well, little did she know, and little did I know that I would have 800 people under me in 3 months. I mean, how exciting is that to see? Okay, so we got Laura. Let's see who Laura is. So we're going to look at Laura. We're going to add Laura to the contacts. Right? Laura has our number on there. That's a good sign. She may not.
Let's get out there.
Now I'm gonna tell you, if I sit and did, and that's why I say it doesn't take that much time. If I did just 10 of these, I promise you, I'm gonna get 4 or 5 phone calls back. Right? Let's see who this is. Oh no, this looks like might be some. Hello?
Got no response. We are giving you a final courtesy.
No, we ain't doing that. Okay. But a lot of times it happens just that quick. I'll get a call back just that quick. And I like to do it because then you guys can hear how I talk to, how I interact with them, and how it is that we let's see. Have I been in here yet? Okay. I'm having some real struggles. I gotta let her know. Let me see. Okay, let me go back over here, do it the hard way again. Nothing stops you when you want to get it done. And I had like 5 or 6 of these accounts having to bounce through because they'll block me on one. I don't care. I create another one. Go get a voicemail number and create another one. I'm gone. I ain't, man, nothing gonna stop me. I only need one person that's interested, one person that gets it. And my life changes. One person that wants to join up and really be a team. I don't care how many people don't respond. I don't care how many people block me, how many people think it's a pyramid. I don't let that get in my head. Like, for real, I don't need one. I don't need them all to agree. It's another dead group. I need to get some live groups over here. What we got going on? Sue's ain't what they used to be, huh? Okay, let's see. We just talked to her, Robin Towns. We already did that one. So we're just gonna find an admin. Let's just go. So we got another owner here. Let's just do. Oh, I can't do that from here. So what group is this? Diamonds in the Rough. Okay, so I'll go ahead and add her anyway. But I gotta add myself. Somebody mute that mic, please. That's driving. Thank you. Okay. So I gotta add myself here. Boom. You guys check that mic so I can't switch between counts and do that. Please watch the mics. Appreciate it. So Diamonds in the Rough. So I'm gonna go ahead and talk to Shatavia, add the contacts, and it's the same thing. Nothing magical about it. And I always say, give me a call. Because I know I'm not signing, but nobody gonna send me no link in no inbox. I'm not signing nowhere. So I don't know why people do that. Man, I talk to everybody. You ain't talk to nobody. Like, get people on the phone. All right, we're gonna talk about that because I think you guys kind of got the gist of what I'm talking about here. I got to do more with this account so I can get better examples. But beyond that, now let's talk about what you do when you get that call. Hopefully we'll get that call. You guys will have an actual, example of how it goes. But more importantly, it's what do you do on a 3-way? Nobody expects you to know anything, right? If there's one problem, another problem that I see is those that come in and feel like, well, let me study the back office first. Let me learn first. I need to know more information. I've seen it over and over and over again. Those people have the hardest time. They're not coachable. They're not teachable because they already know. I swear for God, those people have the hardest time in this industry. I've never seen one come in, study it. Well, no, there is one, I think. There is one. But trying to learn the whole back office and then trying to have this great source of information. I'm going to tell you what happens when you do that. You become so full of information that you're able to answer any question that comes your way. That makes it hard for you to get out your own way to get somebody on a 30-way call to do the close. Because you want to answer everything. Well, no, I just want to make sure I'm inviting people to what I believe in first. Okay, fine. Do your stuff. It's not how this industry works. You want to come in, you want to be a boss, you want to have all the answers, go do your stuff, man. Nobody's here to stop you. But I'm going to do it, Dr. Phil. How is it working for you? See, Jose Luis Rivera, I don't know if y'all know who that is, but he's one of the biggest network marketers in the world. And one of the things that he pointed out is he always tried, whenever he did a presentation, he always wanted to be the dumbest in the room. He wanted to appear to be the dumbest in the room. Why? Because when you're doing a three-way call, when you're inviting somebody to the opportunity, remember, they're looking at you. You're the first example of what they're getting themselves into. You're the first one. When you're off, girl, I found this great opportunity, man, it's crazy. We over here investing, we making $1 million. We got so many people making thousands. Oh my, man, and well, how do you do it? Well, we got the pips, the dips, the flips, and the whips. You got all the answers. Remember, she's got to duplicate you. So now, she's like, hey, it sounds cool, girl, but I don't have the time. Oh, no, I don't need no time. And she's thinking, well, I need to have the time to learn everything you just learned. See? No, but you don't have to learn it. I just did it, but you don't have to. You are their first example. So you know what? So I remember, well, I'll just say it. Peter Hurst talked about how he first joined the opportunity. Years ago, he was an attorney, living life, whatever. He goes to a presentation talking about network marketing. He really wasn't that interested. Something happened, and there were only 3 presenters in the room. He was the only guest. To their credit, the 3 presenters put on this explanation. And he talks about how he remembers sitting there, listening to the presenters as they offered the opportunity. And he thought just how simplistic they were. And he, I'm trying to use kind words, but for the most part, he felt they didn't know what the heck they were talking about. But he sat there and he listened to it, right? He said, what got his attention is back then, this is back in the 90s, you were allowed to show your paycheck. And at the end, they showed how much they were making. And he thought to himself, man, if they're making that kind of money and they don't even know how to present, like, how much more can I do? See, by dumbing himself down, it made the people that they were appealing to, right, realize that, hey, if that person can go there, I can go higher. If there's one thing that I'm very fond of saying, has always been my go-to, is Wesley don't know nothing about trading. I don't care nothing about no trading. You ain't got to learn nothing. You don't have to study nothing. I don't care nothing about trading. And don't get me wrong, some people take that to heart. Oh, Wesley don't know nothing about trading. He don't care nothing about trading. He's just a builder. The point is, when I'm talking to somebody on a call, especially a SUSU admin, I want them to understand this is going to take less time than you've ever spent before, and you're going to make more money than you ever spent before. So why would I be talking to builders about the magic of trading? Foolish move. But then why would I be talking to traders about the magic of building? Foolish move. Just because one excites me doesn't mean it's going to excite them. Now, if I'm talking to a trader, of course, I'm going to give them all the wonders of the world and the opportunity that we offer and what we can do for them. But again, if I'm doing a 3-way call with somebody who I want to focus on building, who already has a large network, I'm not finna glorify and go over the top about the value of trading. Because I'm going to tell you, I'm looking for another Wesley. I see Gabe is on the call. You see, I see Rosnick's on the call. I'm going to tell you, Rosnick and Gabe were both presented with this opportunity long before I presented it to them. Both of them said no. Mark, he's not on the call, okay, but he's another one, said no. And the reason I said no is because each of them felt They didn't have the time or the wherewithal to learn about trading. Like, man, no, I ain't cool on that stuff. Mark was like, man, I'm not finna be on no phone and no computer and trying to figure all that stuff out. Man, I didn't see him in presentations. I ain't doing none of that. He was on the wrong Zoom call. You were talking to a builder about trading. I can tell you, each one of them, all three of the people I just pointed to, the leaders of our group, right? The main builders of our group, I talked to each one of them about this opportunity for 5 minutes before they signed up. What was the difference? Each one of them. And when I got the call, they were excited. Like, man, that's all I got to do. I didn't tell them the whole concept and the wonders it's going to do for them. I didn't do all that. Bro, we bring people here. We show them how to make money. And instead of going after the big paycheck, we can show how people make a consistent living off of what we doing, bro. Come check this out. Gabe was like, man, it was like 11:30 at night. Nobody, man, they didn't tell me that part. Man, hold on, let me call Carrie Amy and Gabe, man, hold up. Gabe, right, Biggie did the same thing. What I'm telling you is when you're talking to your audience, simplify it. Don't get in your own way. Don't learn everything. Get out the way. So how do you do an invite? Another very important point in doing a three-way call. You want to help your closer to close. You don't want to just say, hey, Wesley, you got a minute? I say, yeah. And you say, okay, hold on. I want you to do a close. Right? Hey, I got David on the phone. Wesley, this is David. David, Wesley's doing wonderful. David, Wesley, can you please explain to Gabe what we're doing? David, what we're doing? I'm thinking like, my goodness. You go through too much to get to this person on the phone. And that's what you just did? You just dropped it in my hands. I'm supposed to be your magic worker now, right? I know that's the way they teach you. Just, hear them, drop them off, be quiet, glorify the closer. I don't agree with that. Listen to me, y'all. You want to know how I was able to bring 800 people? I'm telling you, I did not do that. That's an old Mary Kay way of thinking, right? A 1980 way of thinking, which works well on their platform. People are still trying to use them in this platform. This is a different platform. It's a different energy. It's a different mindset. So going to your hot market and doing old conventional way, there's a lot to be learned. Trust me, I study the builders. I go to Zoom call trainings from 20 years ago. I listened to what they did and how it worked because there's fruits everywhere you find them. But I'm going to tell you, this is a different market. So I'm going to tell you, for me, especially when I got a beast on the phone, I got a person with a susu. If I'm calling, and don't get me wrong, I don't care what your rank is. I may call Gabe, right? I call the person who I believe is going to connect with the person I'm bringing. Boom. I don't care what your rank is. I will call Gabe. Gabe, look, bro, I need you. He's like, what's up? I'm about to do a close. I got a susu coming in. Why am I calling Gabe? Because Gabe's led a susu before. He knows the energy in that. He's also had a chance to be in part of this and knows how to make that change. You want to call the person that's going to help you. I don't care what line they in. It don't matter. The person who can bring the right to the, man, I get calls a lot of times from people in whole organizations. Man, my nephew's got out of prison. Man, can you talk to him? Man, put him on the phone. I've done so many of them closings with different people. Find the person that connects with the person that you're bringing. So what am I going to do? I'm going to prepare Gabe. Bro, look, this is a susu board. They were going good for 3 or 4 months. They split off. They got some angry groups. A lot of their boards are stalled. They're trying to find a new way out, but they got over 1,000 people in the group. I think that if we bring a strategy to them that we can actually win with, we might actually get them to listen. You know what I mean? I'm about to put you on the phone with the lead admin, Jennifer. Man, look here, man. One thing I can say about Jennifer, though, she has not abandoned those boards. She loves her people, man. She's trying to make it work. But at the same time, I've been on her Zoom calls, man. They hating on her over there. They're not listening. Why am I telling Gabe all this? I am preparing him to know what to say when he gets on this phone. I'm preparing him for the fight. So now I'm like, so hold up. I'm going to call Jennifer right now. I'm going to call you right back. Now, when I get Jennifer on the phone, here's the magic. It's called double edification. I don't say edification. I say double edification. I'm going to tell you why. All right. So what is double edification? They always say edify the presenter. Like, I'm about to put you on the phone with God, girl. I hope you got your pen and pad over there. God normally don't have that much time, but he's going to do a favor and take this call. And I want you to listen to every single word he says. You hear me? Hey, I know. That's what they teach us. I got it. I disagree. That's not how you get another Wesley. See, Wesley ain't got no ego problems. I ain't got no self-esteem issues. And the last thing I need to do is meet your magic worker. You're not going to get me on that call. This is not how it works with Wesley. Because you got to know who Wesley is. See, if you're looking for a go-getter, a real energy builder, right? Somebody who's really a leader, then here's the trick. So when I call Gabe, yo, bro, what's up? He's like, hey, what's good, bro? Look, man, I know you busy and you told me not to bother you too much, but you told me if I found you a go-getter, man, you wanted to holler at him personally. He's like, yeah, what's up? Well, look, man, I got Jennifer on the phone. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Let me tell you about Jennifer. Man, Jennifer's a go-getter. She's had 2 or 3 different susus. She's always made it work. You know what I mean? She pushes her team hard. Her admins rock with her, but they done found a situation where they're a little bit stalled, bro. But one thing to their credit, they got a big heart. They have not left these people. You know what I mean? And I think they can see the value in what we're doing. But man, I've been through their group. I see, man, Jennifer works. Like, she's literally in that group. She's the owner of the group, but I see her posting all the time. She has like 2 admins that's always posting there, but they do have some anger in the group. Some people have been stalled, but at the end of the day, this seems to be a group that's still energized and still trying to make it happen, bro. You know what I mean? So the reason why I'm having her on the phone to speak with you is because I know that you've been a part of those groups before. You know the energy that it takes and the heart that it takes to try to help people. And I think with her connecting with you, you would be able to explain to her what it is we do and how we can make it happen. Boom. Jennifer, look, this is my boy, Gabe. If there's anybody can understand the anguish of a susu and trying to help people when it goes bad, it's my boy. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm going to let him explain to you what this opportunity is, what it's done for his life, and show you how we can make them boys come back alive. And in the meantime, help your family, your team make money. So, Gabe, can you go ahead and holler at Jennifer? No, I'm done. Point is, I edified her. She's heard me say something in her presence that she's never heard before. She doesn't feel sold to, she feels invited to meet an equal. You see the difference? Now she's like, oh, okay, so y'all finna help me, right? Man, I'm so glad I'm here. What can I do? Show me. Her energy is different. She doesn't seem like she's being sold to. When I'm, hey, this is my magic worker. This is my upline. He knows everything. He's a genius. He makes $10 million a month. You better listen to him. Get out, talk to it. She's over there like, man, I don't care nothing about no Gabe. Like, man, dude, who you think you talking? Like, yeah, all right, thanks for your opportunity, man. I appreciate it, but no, I'm cool. See the difference? You prepare him for the fight. You use double edification. That's one. Moving on. Hopefully you guys got that. The next one, Zoom call invites. Zoom call presentations are very helpful, especially when you're dealing with teams. You know, I'm putting one together right now, actually, for the SUSU we talked about. And why is it important? Because in that case, you got 40, 50 people all wanting to understand a compensation plan. Where they're going to get placed, how they get placed is all going to make a difference. And they need to understand that. And it's better to explain to the large group than they have to continue to explain to each person as they come in, because the information gets lost in translation. So Zoom calls can be very effective for that. Or we do private Zoom, such as if I got an admin, if I got to say I got an owner of the board and they have 3 admins, that's a separate conversation. I need to sit down and talk to them and make sure that every one of their questions is answered. So small Zooms work for that. The larger the Zoom, the less of the personal engagement. What do I mean by that? If I've got 200 people on a Zoom and somebody asks me a question, I may miss it in the chat, right? Or the person may not want to ask the question because they feel uncomfortable with the crowd. But I feel, oh, I did my part. I sent them to the Zoom, Wesley. Well, what happened? I don't know. They didn't sign up. To another point. Anytime you do a Zoom presentation, always call back. I didn't say text him and say, hey, girl, what'd you think? You get them on the phone. And that's another reason why I love 3-way calls. 3-way calls, you get to hear their pause. You get to hear where they get excited. So you know exactly where you want to be able to interact with them. Number 2, on the Zoom call, if you're going to send somebody to a Zoom, then engage with the people. You're sitting there anyway. You're listening. You're hopeful. You're over there happy as heck, hoping these people go ahead and sign up, right? Interact. If you were watching, I don't know, Empire, and Cookie said something crazy, right? You'd be over there texting your girl. You know your homegirl's over there watching, your sister, whoever. Like, girl, Cookie's so crazy. Oh, she a B. She wrong for that, right? You be out on Facebook letting everybody know what you think and thought, right? Do the same thing with the Zoom. They say, hey, it's 2 and free. Oh, wow, it's 2 and free. So what does that mean? I didn't catch that the first time. Boom. You got her Your invitee teaching. Now, what he mean by that? He's just explained what it means. See, now you got your invitee telling you what they're learning. That's another way to bring people to a call. You say, I can't get people to even look at it, Wes. Well, see, here's this. You know how you got your cousin, right? You tell her about this, she don't want to hear nothing about it. Shakita ain't got nothing to do with this. She's too busy. She ain't got no time. But now you call Shakita and let them know somebody just slapped you upside your head. Man, Shakita tying her hair up. She got her shoes tied on. She running across red lights trying to get across town. She there to be with your nonsense. She just don't want to be there with your dream, right? You know what I'm talking about. We all got those family members. But we know if they got this, what they would do with it, right? Simple. People that have been starred on different boards or whatever, man, she's a go-getter. Man, I can't get her to look. She's done, man. She's checked out. Easy. You call her. I'm going to use D since I'm looking at D. You say, yo, D. She's like, hey, Wes, what's up? Like, man, I didn't just sign up for one of these old things, man. And I don't know, man. I just paid $250 to get involved in this thing. And it seemed cool. Like when I first got involved, it seemed cool. You know, and everybody was talking about all the money they're making and all this stuff, man. But I don't know, man. Man, do me a favor. Can you jump on this Zoom and tell me what you think? Is D going to jump on there? She's coming to watch my back. Yeah, girl, I got you. Well, in this case, well, yeah, boy, I got you. I'm a boy, I ain't no girl. But yeah, boy, I got you. So she jumped on the Zoom. The whole time D's on that Zoom, of course, I'm hoping that she sees what I saw. So what you think, D? Did that make sense to you? How much he say he made? How many people he need? See, I'm asking D questions because now I done made her my leader. She's on here teaching me. She's on here watching my back. Another thing I do all the time is it's something I encourage everybody to do. What hood? I grew up Main Street Mafia, bro. But one of the things I'll say is one of the things I do, I like to use group messaging. So let's say I got 4 people I'm inviting to the call. I'm going to make a group message box. I know Shakita, Shakan, and John, and Jimmy all said they were going to come to the call. I'm going to make a group message box. It's 10 minutes before the Zoom. Hey, y'all, we going live. Zoom about to happen. Y'all still with me, right? Hey, John, you got that message? Shakita, I don't see you responding. What's good? Hey, phones is going off and they mad. I don't care. Y'all with me? 2 minutes. Zoom about to start. Y'all with me, right? I don't care. What happens when we get on the Zoom and only 2 of them came and the other 2 didn't? Now I'm going to still be communicating with the 2 that came. Oh, that's crazy. You hear what he said? Oh, that sound cool, huh? What you think? The 2 that didn't come, their phones are still going crazy. What do I care? Right? Now I want them to decide, let me see what all this fuss is about, man. Now you got a 3rd person paying attention. You got your 4th person paying attention. Oh, I see you, John, you just joined. So glad you jumped on. Use your tools to get people to pay attention. We are not here to sell anything. But the hardest part that we have is getting people to sit in front of the opportunity. Think outside the box. Use your tools. That's all I got for today. It was just I wanted to give you guys a quick overview, but use your tools. They have different groups. I can show you more inside of Beast Mode Squad. There's many members that can add you different groups as well. When you approach groups, look for team leads. And then we'll talk about some other ways and other stuff. There will be more of these calls going forward. But I tell you, just using just this one tool alone and going into the groups, I can say just personally, I've gotten 2 groups this week that are coming over. Beast Mode Squad, I'll tell you, you know, since I've re-energized, a lot of it is me going back, checking old text messages, talking to old friends. Facebook Live has definitely been good for me. I've got 2 groups coming in from my Facebook Lives. I got several of my old homies from the neighborhood that's taking another look. So use your tools. And then for me, it was a lot of time I was going back to actually follow up with people, welfare checks and that sort of thing that I hadn't been doing before. The main thing is you just want people to take a look. Having said that, I want you guys to all know this is a very exciting time. Those of you who are really paying attention to what's happening and you fully understand what's happening, this is a very exciting time. I don't know if your life will ever give you the opportunity that you're about to experience. I'm not going to tell you this is your last time to shine. I'm not there to tell you this. But what I can tell you is right now, you know, it's the Super Bowl. This is the moment that's going to define the rest of your life. You want to leave it all on the field. You want to leave it all on the field. Give it up all you got. I know I am. 250, upgrade your account.
I'm in the game, coach. I'm in the game.
Absolutely. But 250, I'm not even talking to people about any other package. You guys want to know what the package is? Just 250. 250, you coming in with the travel. 250, you got the visionary. You getting all the trading information. 250, let's go. I'm not talking about nothing else. Because here's this. Those who are willing to put it up is ready to run with you. And if we've noticed anything, those who don't want to put no skin in the game, they ain't gonna do much no way. Quit recruiting the wrong people and just get a few of the right people. And I'm telling you, your life will change. All right. All right, guys. Any questions before we go? I always forget to do that. Any questions? All right. So hopefully you guys got something from this. I will put the recording up in the group once I figure out how to get it. Wesley still technologically challenged. Nothing stands in our way. Beast mode. Let's go. Thanks, y'all.